If you're anything like I used to be, your evenings probably go something like this. You come home from work exhausted, sit on the couch, tell yourself you'll relax for just a few minutes, and suddenly, it's bedtime and you've achieved absolutely nothing. Sound familiar? Well, I was stuck in that cycle for years. But then I made a few small changes that completely transformed my evenings. And today, I want to share 8 simple but powerful things I did to stop wasting my evenings after work and how you can do the same. The first problem I had, I didn't have a structured way to transition from work mode to home mode. So instead, I get lost in doom scrolling, binge watching YouTube, or just lying in bed overthinking my day. That's when I discovered the power of a decompression routine. It's a simple set of activities that help your brain shift gears. Here's what I do. The moment I get home, I change into comfortable clothes. This signals to my brain that work is over. I take 5 minutes to just sit in silence. No screens, no distractions, just breathing and unwinding. I do something light like stretching, taking a short walk, or drinking a cup of tea. This helped me reset my brain instead of falling into an unproductive slump right away. One of the biggest time wasters, my phone. The second I got home, I used to check my notifications, thinking it would just be for a minute. But suddenly, it was an hour later. So I made one simple rule: no phone for the first 30 minutes after work. Instead, I use that time to do something intentional like preparing dinner, reading, or tidying up. It's crazy how much time I got back just by avoiding that first scroll trap. Now let's talk about food. I used to grab whatever was easiest, usually junk food. But I noticed something. Every time I ate poorly, I felt even more tired and lazy. So I started cooking simple meals instead. I'm not talking about gourmet dishes, just quick, nutritious meals that fuel my body. Not only did this make me feel more energized, but the act of cooking also became a therapeutic way to unwind. Plus, it saved me money. I used to convince myself that I was too tired to work out after work. But the truth? The days I forced myself to do even just 10 minutes of movement, I actually felt more awake, more productive, and less stressed. Now I treat exercise as a non-negotiable appointment. Some days, it's a 30-minute workout. Other days, it's just a quick walk outside. But I always move. The difference in my energy levels has been insane. Number 5. I gave my evenings a purpose. One big mistake I made was treating my evenings as a free-for-all. No structure, no plan, just reacting to whatever felt easiest. So I started giving my evenings a purpose. Before leaving work, I decide on one thing I wanted to accomplish. It could be reading a book, learning a new skill, or even just calling a friend. Having that small goal gave my evenings direction and kept me from wasting them. 6. I created a shutdown ritual. If you're constantly thinking about work after hours, you're never really resting. I realized I needed to mentally log off from work every evening. So I created a shutdown ritual. Step 1. I review my to-do list and plan for tomorrow so my brain isn't stuck worrying. Step 2. I physically close my laptop and say, "Work is done for today." Yes, saying it out loud actually helps. Step 3. I do something enjoyable to mark the end of my workday, like listening to music or watching a short YouTube video. This small habit helped me separate my work life from my personal life, making my evenings feel more peaceful and intentional. 7. I prioritize sleep. Here's something crazy. Your evenings affect your mornings. I used to stay up late, telling myself I was relaxing, but in reality, I was just making myself more exhausted for the next day. So I started prioritizing sleep. I set a strict bedtime and created a wind-down routine. No screens 30 minutes before bed, reading or journaling to relax, sleeping at the same time every night. The result? Better mornings, better energy, and more productive evenings. 8. I cut out activities that didn't add value. Lastly, I took a hard look at how I was actually spending my evenings. And I realized something. A lot of it wasn't even enjoyable. I was watching shows I didn't care about, scrolling through social media for no reason, and saying yes to plans I didn't enjoy. So I started cutting out anything that didn't actually bring me joy. If something wasn't helping me relax, learn, or feel good, I stopped doing it. Simple. These 8 small changes completely transformed how I spend my evenings. Instead of feeling like my time is slipping away, I now end each day feeling accomplished, relaxed, and in control.